and to silence your phones. The ceremony on the occasion of the 5th anniversary of the Enhanced Forward Presence Battle Group Lithuania and exchange of command from 10th to 11th rotation will begin soon. Now, all company commanders will report to the Deputy Commander of the EFP Battle Group Lithuania, Lieutenant Colonel Morsing.
All units, report to me. Kampfkompanie, Stillstand! Zur Meldung die Augen links! First is to place now. Thank you, Ice Road at ease. Erste Kampfkompanie, Großorder, out! Good! Attend! Shut! Ice! Right! Sir, I report second medical B ready for parade. Thank you, Ice Road at ease.
Right. Right.
Up.
Lieutenant Colonel, fourth toy ready for parade.
Thank you. Ice front and at ease. Ice. Front. At. Ease. Thank you. Ice front at ease. Thank you. Ice front and at ease. Thank you. Ice front and at ease. Thank you. Ice front and at ease.
Now, the Deputy Commander will report to the Commander of the EFP Battle Group 10th Rotation, Lieutenant Colonel Hagen Ruppelt.
Parade formation, attention! Present! Arms! For the report to the EFP Battle Group Commander, eyes! Right! Good morning, soldiers. Good morning, sir. Eyes front. Order on. Head east.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, the commander of EFP Battle Group will now report to the President of the Republic of Lithuania, His Excellency Mr. Gitanas Nausėda. The President of Lithuania is accompanied by Minister of Defense, Mr. Arvydas Anušauskas, and the Chief of Defense of Lithuania, Lieutenant General Valdemaras Rupšys. After the report, they will inspect the troops and salute to the NATO flag. We kindly ask you to rise from your seats.
Parade formation, attention! Present arms! For the report to the President of Lithuania, eyes right!
Please be seated. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Excellencies, Ministers and Deputies, Ambassadors, Generals, distinguished guests, officers, soldiers, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have gathered in Rukla for the 5th anniversary of the German-led Enhanced Forward Presence Multinational Battle Group. Having current security implications in whole NATO eastern flank, Enhanced Forward Presence gains an incredible significance. Today we will also witness a ceremony of change of command of the battle group. It is a pleasure to announce that His Excellency, President of the Republic of Lithuania, Gitanas Nausėda, arrived to welcome the soldiers of NATO Enhanced Forward Presence. Additionally, honorable representatives of Lithuania participating in the ceremony are President Madame Dalia Grybauskaitė, Minister of National Defense of the Republic of Lithuania, Heads of National Security and Defense and Foreign Affairs Committees of the Lithuanian Parliament, and the Chief of Defense of the Republic of Lithuania. We have the honor of the presence of the official delegations of the Federal Republic of Germany, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, the Kingdom of Norway, Latvian Republic, Czech Republic, the Kingdom of Belgium, the Republic of France, and the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. As well at the ceremony are honorable representatives of NATO, Deputy Secretary General, Chairman of the NATO Military Committee, Commander of the Allied Joint Force Command Brunson, Commanders of Headquarters, Multinational Corps and Division Northeast, and other honorable generals. Finally, we are welcoming all the distinguished guests and representatives of all nations participating in 5th anniversary of NATO Enhanced Forward Presence ceremony. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, please rise from your seats for the national anthem of the Republic of Lithuania.
Parade formation, attention! Present arms! National anthem! Order, arms! And ease!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Now we are starting the official speeches. A welcome speech will be given by the President of the Republic of Lithuania, His Excellency Gitanas Nausėda.
Distinguished guests, dear ministers, men and women in uniform, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to address you on this special occasion. Today, we all testify to the unity and solidarity that underpin our alliance and encourage us to hope for a better future. 5 years ago, a historic decision by the NATO summit in Warsaw was successfully translated into reality. For the first time ever, Allied forces came to Lithuania, to the Baltic states and Poland to bolster our collective defense capabilities on a permanent basis. The advent of the enhanced forward presence signaled the most important security assurance Lithuania has ever had. It reiterated in the strongest possible terms that an attack on the ally, on one ally, will be considered an attack on the whole alliance. Article 5 of the Washington Treaty is a cornerstone of the strongest alliance the world has ever known. As such, it must be supported against all possible threats. What we have seen recently, unfortunately, is the growing destabilization on the NATO eastern flank. Ever since 2014, when Russia unlawfully annexed the Crimean Peninsula and attacked Ukrainian positions in the Donbas region, we have been facing the very real danger of further military escalation. Even now, Russia openly threatens the sovereign state of Ukraine, which an unprovoked aggression, massing its troops on the border and hoping to gain important concessions through this act of intimidation. We can see here a dangerous intent to revise the European security architecture and the world order, effectively destroying both. It can only succeed if it is proved that the unity and solidarity of the West is a mere illusion. However, this is clearly not the case. We have already seen that NATO, as an embodiment of the will of the West to maintain and protect collective security, remains true to its essence. Its timely reaction to the changing security environment was a strengthening of deterrence in our region. The alliance must also invest in its ability to act quickly and decisively within the region. The basis of alliance's collective defense commitment needs to be built up of credible reinforcement with the backbone of defense plans and high readiness forces. I'm happy to note that the enhanced forward presence has already helped us to achieve a high level of interoperability of our troops. Our heartfelt appreciation goes to the countries that have contributed: Belgium, Croatia, the Czech Republic, France, Iceland, Luxembourg, Netherlands, and Norway, but first of all to the lead nation, Germany. Herzlichen Dank für Ihre Solidarität, Entschlossenheit und Führung. Zusammen können wir noch vieles tun, die Abschreckung in unserer Region aufrechtzuerhalten und den Frieden zu schützen, auf unsere Freundschaft heute und in Zukunft. Ladies and gentlemen, unity of NATO is vital at this crucial moment when adversaries are openly challenging it. It is now most important to mobilize and defend our common values and to present a unified rhetoric of the allied countries. In the last 5 years, we have been commendably standing for each other, shoulder to shoulder, and working together. I wish all the best for for all NATO soldiers who are serving in Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and Poland. I thank you for everything you have done so far or will do in the future. Be ready to train, be ready to fight, and you will fulfill your duty. Thank you.
A speech will now be given by Mr. Mircea Joanna, NATO Deputy Secretary General.
President Nausėda, dear Minister Salkis, Minister Holmgren, Admiral Bauer, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to be with you here in Rukla today and to celebrate the 5th anniversary of the deployment of NATO's enhanced forward presence, and to salute the men and women of NATO's armed forces to help to keep our 30 nations and 1 billion people safe. Let me start by thanking the government, the military personnel, and the people of Lithuania for your indispensable role in hosting and contributing to this multinational battle group, and for being a strong and steadfast ally. I would also, like the President, to thank Germany for leading this battle group. Your country deploys over 600 German soldiers here on a rotational basis and provides battle tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, and other combat and medical support. Finally, let me thank the other allies, the Netherlands, Belgium, the Czech Republic, Iceland, Luxembourg, and Norway, that today, and the nations that have been over the last 5 years contributing to our battle group, for providing forces and equipment to support our endeavor. And Denmark, who has recently sent fighter jets and crews to Lithuania to support our enhanced Baltic air policing. This battle group symbolizes everything NATO stands for. People and nations from across our great alliance, serving together as one. You are part of the largest reinforcement of NATO's collective defense in a generation. Following Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea in 2014, we put important measures in place, including enhanced air policing, naval presence, and exercises in the Baltic Sea and Black Sea regions. And we deployed battle groups for the first time ever in the eastern part of the alliance. As well as this German-led battle group in Lithuania, the United Kingdom leads our battle group in Estonia. Canada leads the one in Latvia. We had the pleasure to visit this last December. And the United States leads the one in Poland. This is a true symbol of our transatlantic solidarity and resolve. In total, almost 5,000 men and women in uniform from more than 20 NATO nations train and exercise together with the host nation's forces. Today, we pay tribute to all of you, including those who have lost their lives while on active duty. And we recognize the service and sacrifice you and your families make every day for our security. NATO's strong deterrence and defense has helped to keep the peace for over 70 years. The same strong deterrence and defense combined with dialogue and diplomacy, is key to keeping our nation safe in a more contested world. As we again face Russia's aggressive rhetoric and force posture, including in neighboring Belarus. Your presence here sends a clear message. Together, we are stronger. Together, we are NATO. Together we stand, all for one and one for all. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything you do and your nations do to help preserve the peace and keep our peoples safe. It's a privilege and an honor to be here today with you. Thank you very much.
The speech will now be given by Mrs. Kajsa Ollongren, Minister of Defense of the Kingdom of Netherlands.
President Noceda, Your Excellencies, Admirals, Generals, all servicemen and women, ladies and gentlemen. Today, amid and despite current events, we are celebrating 5 years of cooperation between our nations in the context of NATO's enhanced forward presence. We are hopeful that by means of this cooperation we can ensure a free, peaceful and secure future for all our countries. Mr. President, your country has lived with hybrid threats for quite a while. The possibility of conflict is literally close by, as you share a border with Belarus and Russia.